We're going to do some independent practice on page 565, number 1 through 5. Let's start with 5. So this is a division problem, and we want to solve for the variable. So on this first one, it's 5 equals p divided by 4. I want to get this p all by itself. So to get that p all by itself, I have to do the opposite of what's happening right now. It's p divided by 4, so I'm going to do p times 4, okay? And then I have to do that to each side, times 4. So it's going to be 20 equals p over 4 times 4, 1. Now, if I do that, I get 4p divided by 4. The 4 and 4 become 1, and so it's p. 20 equals p. And you want to show your steps. You want to show how you do this. Let's put this 20 back in the equation here. And instead of p, I'm going to put 20 there. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. It is. Okay, so I've checked it. All right, let's go over to number 2. 17 equals w divided by 6. I want to get this w all by itself. So it's divided by 6. I times each side by 6. So 17 times 6 equals w divided by 6 times 6 over 1. I cross simplify those. It becomes w over 1, which is the same as w, equals, and then all I have to do is 17 times 6, which you can do on your calculator, but it's 102. And then if I put 102 right there, 102 divided by 6 will get me 17. Okay, let's go on to number 3. Again, a division problem. I want to get the g all by itself. 4.7 equals g divided by 3.2. I'm going to times each side by 3.2 times 3.2. And then g divided by 3.2 times 3.2. These cancel each other, leave me with 1g equals 4.7 times 3.2. I could do that over here. 0.7, 3.2. When you multiply, you don't have to worry about lining up the decimals. 7 times 2 is 14. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Add my 0. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 13. Oh, no. Oh, boy. 3 times 2 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. There you go. Now I'm going to add these up. 4, 9 plus 1 is 10, 1 plus 5, and 1. And I go 1, 2, 1, 2. So it is 1504. 1504. Then if I put 1504 as g and divide it by 3.2, I will get the 4.7. And you can do that on your calculator. Okay, let's get to the word problems. So we have Sophia buying some party favors. She has a budget of $2.75 a person for 6 people. How much can Sophia spend on party favors? So we want to know the total amount she can spend. It's going to be the total amount divided by this 275, because that's how much it is a person, and it's going to equal these 6 people. So if I have whatever the amount, the total amount, I divide it by 675, that gets my 6 people. I want to get x all by itself. I'm dividing by 275, so I times each side by 275. Oops, 75. X divided by 275 times 275 just leaves me with x equals 6 times 275. 275. So 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 3 is 45. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 4 is 16. 1, 2, 1, 2. $16.50. So I think she can spend $16.50. If we do that, $16.50 divided by $2.75, you do that on your calculator, you're going to get 6. So $16.50 is how much she can spend on party favors. Okay, let's do this one. Caroline baked some cookies. She baked 3 dozen oatmeal raisin cookies for the bake sale at school. This is 1/4 of the number of dozens of cookies she baked in all. How many dozen cookies did she bake in all? So she baked a lot. If this 3 dozen is just 1/4 of it, then we need to find out what the total is. So we're going to take the total amount of cookies she baked divided by 4, because that's the same as timesing it by 1/4, is going to get me these 3 dozen. So I want to get x all by itself. It's divided by 4, so now I do times 4 times 4. That gets me x equals 12. So I'm thinking she made 12 dozen in all. So what I would want to do is 12 dozen, 3 dozen oatmeal cookies is just 1/4 of the total number she made. So if this 12 is the total number, I take the total number divided by 4, because it's a 1/4, is that 3. 12 divided by 4 equals 3? Sure does. Okay. Hard sometimes to think this way, but hopefully you can understand after I have talked it through. Okay.